So I got my cauliflower ear in a fight. I remember it was my like third amateur fight. I took the guy down and my head is sitting in his hip and he just goes like that. Just a little knuckle right on the ear. It's a tiny little bump right there, right where that bump is. And it exploded into this thing. So yeah, I remember exactly how I got it. It sucks, but I really like it now. It's like a badge of honor.
I might have just been getting into the UFC. I might have had a couple fights in the UFC before, and a bunch of amateur fights. I've been fighting for years and years before I ever had cauliflower ear. I shot in on a shot at Tim Crater's gym against a guy. My ear hit his hip. Being a southpaw, shooting that single leg, the hip is very bony. I hit the corner, and it hurt in the gym. Went to sleep that night. Woke up the next morning, huge purple ear. It was painful. It was painful, and just from then, after that first crack of the cartilage and stuff, even after it got drained and all that, it just kept starting again. So once you get it, it's like a snowball downhill. It's gonna keep happening.
My ear swallowed, and then I went to the doctor to get it drained, so he left the drain for a whole day. Me thinking, oh, this is just normal, and I went to my barber to get a haircut. It's like, dude, what are you doing with this? But he still got it. That was when I had hair, a long time ago. And that he still was able to do it. But yeah, that was my first experience. I didn't know what to do. I just had a drain and was walking around with a drain for a whole day.
Yes, I remember with this, I think this one, I trained sparring with my good friend, Banha. He's fighting UFC back the day. Luis Kane, Banha. He do a ground and pound. He's a light heavyweight. He punched me in my ear. And when I finished the spar, I looked at me, my ear looked this big. And bro, he's doing this one with the punch, not jiu-jitsu, with the punch.
Oh, this was when my first cauliflower was when I was like 13 or 14 years old. This was from the beginning when I started wrestling school. This was pain to me because I go to school and my cauliflower was like that. But right now I am happy. I look like soldiers from the mat,
Oh yeah, I got in a very, very young age. I was, I think, 16 or 17 years old, high school, and so that's when they start. Jiu-jitsu also, we get a lot of training with the gi and no gi. They're both get the ear a lot. So it was around that time, I was 16, 17 years old.
Yeah, I was in Brazil, man, when I start to training, but when I go to Brazil, I'm grappling a lot. I remember I start with a lot of blood, and one crazy Brazilian man is there, say, no, let me, I'm gonna fix for you. He bite what does they say in English, like a
Hammer?
Hammer, no, like when you put injection.
Oh yeah, syringe.
Syringe? Yeah. Okay, he bought a syringe. Say, no, let me find a syringe. He bought a syringe and he took, he not doing the draining, but doing the best way, and this is what happened. When you do right. And fuck it, yeah, I remember, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I was 18, and it was the most painful thing ever. I was like, what the fuck is this? And then literally was doing everything, drained it in the morning, drained it at night after training. I'd clamp my ears, like I was told to clamp them. It was painful. Yeah, it sucked sleeping. So then I started sleeping with wrestling headgear, and that sucked because the whole side of your head was sore. It was just terrible. All in all, terrible.
Yeah, I remember the first time, I think it was in 2013 when I first started. I was like 2 years into MMA, and man, it hurts so bad, every time you go to sleep on the pillow, you just have to switch back and forth because it's painful, but a fighter like me, I just get it drained and it blows up the next week. So eventually, your ears start to look like that. Hard as a rock too, so. Yeah, now my ears are indestructible.
Oh yeah, so the first time I got cauliflower ear, I had to have been about 10 years old, and I was actually super pumped. A buddy of mine where we had a race to see who could get cauliflower first, and I got it first, which in my mind at the time seemed like a good thing, but shortly after I realized that it was pretty painful and not as fun as I thought it would be. But yeah, now they're a badge of honor for me. So.
Is there like a best way to manage it, or once it's there, you can't do much?
My way of managing it was just keep training and drain it and wait till it hardens up. So, I didn't really, I think that, most people probably would stop training and let it, recover. But for me, I don't think I handled it the best.